Howdy. How's everyone doing? Where are we? Yeah. Peter tube? Oh, there it is. I watched the mouth not move and I was like, huh? But it's working. We are just going to be chill vibes today. We are drawing the boys. I love them so much. All I do now is think about Kazuma. It's insane. Oh well. Look at them. The hug we deserved. I am just idly pulling up some extra reference for Kazuma's mask. Which is proving harder than I thought it would be. That's okay. Weaker. It's really shaped. Also, now that we have your Discord open to the peep team, I wanna add everyone when I stream. Yeah, I'm waiting to see if Streamcord does something. It has pinged every other stream except this one? Huh? Anyway, I will simply do it manually. Me do that. Being able to take a good screenshot. Good. The link. Okie dokie. Hi! Animals Nanny, how you doing? Are you talking? Oh, sorry if I seem sleepy. I am sleepy. But I need external motivation to get this done. I'm doing good. Yes, I am fogging. That's what I like to hear. I wonder what happened to Streamcord. Oh well. Sometimes bots don't do what you expect. That is how it goes. Foreshortening a mask is not my passion. Okay. So my headphones are fixed with good old duct tape. Proud of you. Asoryuu Alice! It is always Asoryuu Alice. Dreamcode seems a little wacky. It pings the live roll but doesn't actually ping it. Yeah, I was just looking at that. I was like, wait a minute. Maybe I found a different bot. There's gotta be a few out there. This was like the #1 Google result, so I figured it would work. But oh well. Like this. Little cheekbone. So, like a ridge there. My eyes are hidden behind the hand, which means this is gonna read very badly. So perhaps I should move it out a little bit. The eyes are pretty important. I did get a Discord group though, worked for me. I manually did that. Yeah. I gave Streamcord a minute to see if it was just running late, and then it just didn't do anything. So I was like, okay, my job now. How long have you been arting for? I started drawing with the intent of improving in 2016, I think. So oh my god, it's been like 6 years now. That's bonkers. It's been a while now. Love how clean my lines are. Thank you. It's something I focus on actively. I think clean line art can make a big difference to how something looks. I do not like drawing this mask. Let's use a bigger brush. That way we can be rougher and then whittle it down once we've got the basics in. So. Mars curves in his hand like that. We want to be able to see the eye, so we're going to fake this a little bit. Have it out like so. And like, it's basically just a cylinder shape, right? That bit will be hiding behind you, but the rest of it goes like that. It's not anywhere near that long. It gets perspectived up like that. That's center point there, which is gonna be there. Perspective is my beloved. Yeah. I've been able to use my 3D software to get the hands, but now I have to actually think. Unbelievable. Nose in there. But hides behind the video, so better if that's not right. Undeveloped skills of perspective and rendering. Did Streamcord just go? What is wrong with it? Okay. Thank you, Streamcord. We'll find a different bot. I suppose it is trying. I kind of want to tilt it out more. We go back to before we started erasing it. Get a Lamba, hi! It's so cute so far. Thank you so much. I love them so much. It's unreal. I do this. It gets all weird and stretchy, but that's okay because we don't see that part. You know what? I think we just come back to the mask. I think we come back to it later. We can put that on later. I do recommend Yagpadaba, but it can be a little fucky to set up. Interesting. I will get that one then. I think I've seen other streamers using it. I will use that, and hopefully it will not be cruel to me the way Streamcord is being cruel. Okay. Duplicate the sketch layer. I don't really want to line this from scratch, so what I'm actually going to do is clean up my sketch, and I'm going to use my pre-existing sketch as my line. Which I think actually takes longer, but it involves less thought. Because I really like the way the sketch looks right now, so I don't want to lose anything by making a new beginning to it. T, hi! How you doing? Thoughts? Not here? Never here. I don't want to think. You're gonna make me put a mask in perspective? Unbelievable. How you going? Lovely to have you here. I'm tired. I just finished an episode of Supernatural for a pod, so I'm sure existing. That sounds really fun. But yes, absolutely. The sketches, thank you! Sometimes you have to take canon into your own hands, you know? You have to say, well, I know what should have happened. I just love them so much. Tiki, howdy! Defense tier should have hugged so tightly. Yeah! I'm thinking about doing a little, I don't know, like series? Hold on, it would look like... This is the cave, the canvas page. And then it would have like 3 little thirds on it. And in each third would be a different, like, rear hug. I think that would be really cute. Because I think you get slightly different dynamics between the way each of them would hug each other. Watching the lines going from crayon-esque to a clean black is super satisfying. I'm glad! I'm glad you guys like the idea. When I was looking for, yeah, I'll show you my reference board. I was putting together my reference board, I found this one down the bottom, and I was like, man, this is such like a sweet, cute Susato hug vibe. And she's like, just tucked in tiredly. I don't know, I really want to draw them all. Sorry, that's my 3D. I don't like draw anymore. I just go into DAS and get the little models. It's easy. Not me just knowing what some of these are from. No one me is that Wizards of Waverly Place. Yeah. Initially I was just getting stock photos and they didn't have any heart behind them. I was like, what the hell? I have to look at movies. I have to look at TV shows. I have to look at things that have feeling. It's about the way the shoulders scrunch up and like the grip into the clothes. Ah! I love them. I love them so much. But yeah, I really need to draw more Susato because she is my beloved. And now, of course, I want to draw Rex and Gina hugs. I use expressions during DGS 2-3 killed me, actually. Yeah! Cosmos too. Susato wobble cry. Beloved. She's so well written. She's so fun. I really enjoy her. I wish we got to see even more of her. Playing DGS 2 Case 1 was so really delightful. Defense Trios just threw some guys and their amazing little sister. Yeah. Man, I miss Maya. I should replay the trilogy soon. I've only played them once since I got into Ace Attorney. Oh my gosh, it's been almost 18 months now. That's bonkers. But I haven't had a chance to replay them yet. I think it would be super fun. 2-1 is just next level legendary concept for real. The Ryotaro design is so adorable. Maya, my best friend. I love her. I just want to see the DGS girl squad interacting more. Whenever Gina and Iris and Susato will hang out, I'm like, ooh, 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 ooh. They are so cute. But at the end of, it must have been Game 1, Case 4, if I'm remembering correctly, or maybe it was the beginning of Game 1, Case 5, before everything actually started happening. When they are just talking to each other, comparing their different life experiences. That's good content. I knew about the Ace Attorney fandom from Narimitsu, but I really got into it after watching a playthrough of DGS and then I became destroyed. Yeah, that's how it goes. Susato and Hallery, best girlfriends. Hallery is the proper name for Remember Me, isn't it? At first I would see people say Susato and Hallery and I would be like, huh? Who? But I fully understand why everyone uses the original name instead of the localization name. Makes perfect sense. Whenever I have an important eyebrow expression but the hair is on top of it, I feel so torn. I just like shade through it like that. It's sort of like you're seeing it between the strands of hair. Himbo time! Hi Brady! You love the guys ever. God, Ryu is so stupid sometimes. Watching him in the most recent case we played, his stupid little like... What did he say? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that you lost your right hand. Do you still have your left one? Does your left one still work fine? Bro. You are baby and I love you. I do like the localization name for the culprit in 2-1 more. I won't say their name. But yeah. It's very similar, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, I think it's fun, right? I don't know if there's a pun in the Japanese name. I don't speak anywhere near enough Japanese. I know like 3 words. It is just fun to say. It does remind me of Itonoko Kagiri. Nope. Itonoko. Whenever I think it, I'm like, yeah, it's not that hard to say. I don't get why the joke is that no one can say his name. It's not that hard. But then I try and say it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it is that hard. Itonoko Kagiri. Nope. I don't have it. I simply do not have it. Gumshoe's Japanese name. It's because I was lining Kazuma, you see. I was possessed by his inability to say things. We both have the same idea, basically. Yeah. I miss Gumshoe as well. I miss so many of the original trilogy characters. Perhaps I should finally finish Ace Attorney 5. It's just his Japanese name is more specific for a Japanese audience. Yeah. Capcom, let Francisco and Gumshoe out of the basement, please. Or they just disappear. I mean, Emma's great. Not complaining about getting more Emma. I just wish it wasn't at the expense. Ace Attorney 5 is a bit of a drag for me. Yeah. They just... Ace Attorney and DGS, sorry, the trilogy and DGS do a really good job of walking that line between condescending and impossible to guess. And Ace Attorney 4 and 5 especially, do not. They're just not as fun to actually play. Ace Attorney 5 is just such a trip. I'm not sure if it's a good one, it's definitely more fun with friends. Tony and Jesse really made it worth it, but on its own it's very long. Yeah, I'm actually not sure how far into Ace Attorney 5 I got. A fair bit. And it does have like an interesting hook, right? Like I want to know what the hell was going on with Apollo. I have some clues. I've read fanfics. I've heard of them. But yeah. It's been fun watching Tony play Ace Attorney 6 because I don't know if I'll ever actually get around to that one. And I think it's been extra fun because I can't catch her stream very often, so I'll pop in for like 20 minutes of random bit of plot. It's just nonsense. I wish they made an Apollo justice too. Yeah, I feel like Ace Attorney 4 has a lot of promise, and if it had had a good sequel, it could be a lot better than what it is. Blackwell carried Ace Attorney 5. Yeah, he's really fun. Tony's a soggy pussy eating run. Yeah. I like opened stream and a moment later she was on it. Good for her. It's been so funny watching Spirit of Justice because we were all like, ugh, and then Simon showed up and we were like, yo! The energy entirely changed. Love to see it. Yeah, that's what I opened up to. The timing was so comical. I didn't like miss a single part of it. I was there from the start, but I wasn't there for anything else, you know? I open it up, she begins with the asoryuu, and then she finishes and I have to go do something else. Beloved. I'm gonna play Ace Attorney 5 and Ace Attorney 6 entirely, but it's not gonna be fun for me. What's the point of playing them if you don't have fun? Yeah, I'm still deciding if I want to stream other Ace Attorney games after DGS. I think eventually I will. I definitely want to go through the trilogy on stream. We might need a little break from DGS though, just from the format. But I'm thinking about investigations because I haven't played that. The problem is playing anything after playing DGS is always going to be, I don't know, it's a hard act to follow. I'm excited to play investigations. Yeah! You could read the wiki or watch someone play them. Yeah. A good way to experience Ace Attorney 5, I think. I joined in on the clown case, which I know the culprit of thanks to the breakdown animation being passed around a lot. But like slowly trying to piece together what's going on. Like she's talking about a Simon, I can't tell if that's her, like the same Simon, like if that's Blackwell or if there's a second Simon. It's just arranged. Personally, I've only ever played part of the first and only with a group for a server stream. That's crazy. I consider you to be so like encyclopedic about Ace Attorney. I really trust your takes, you know? I see you say something, I'm like, yeah, he gets it. I think Ace Attorney 6, I just turned my brain off and stared at the art for most of it. I bought it on Play Store, so the polygons are pretty nice. Love that. I'd hope they make a DGS investigations. Anything more DGS, please. Give me more Shawms. I'm just so impressed with DGS. Before I started and people were like, no, you should play it, it's better than the trilogy. I was like, no. That's not possible. It's not gonna be better than the trilogy. You just like have more recently played DGS. And then I started playing it and I was like, oh my god, it's better than the trilogy. DGS 3 asoryuu honeymoon? That's what I want to see. I'm very scared and curious about the possible Ace Attorney 7, Monkey's Paw. Yeah. I feel like they're on sort of wobbly foundations now, right? Thanks to 5 and 6. Like I said, I haven't finished 5 or played 6, so I don't know a lot about them. I really do think that most of, not all for sure, it would always be clunky to play, but most of Ace Attorney 4's flaws could be fixed with a good sequel to answer many of the questions that we're left with, stuff like Kristoff's Psyche Locks. I wonder if Ace Attorney 7 could be the little saving grace that caps everything off, if it was really good. It would be so very cool in Ace Attorney 7 if they mentioned DGS. I actually kind of like that it's all separate. I've been reflecting on how, even though it's a prologue, it's not, like, it doesn't really have anything to do with the plot, which I kind of like, because it means that you never know. There's never any point where you're like, oh, well, I know what happens because I've played the trilogy, and they happen afterwards. It would be cool to see them reference each other a little more, though. The lines about eliminating the impossible, whenever those happen, I'm like, oh, eliminating the impossible. They say hello, Shawms, beloved. Ali, hi. At time indeed. Starring the boys. I love them so much, it's unreal. That was definitely a downside of Ace Attorney 5 and Ace Attorney 6. They've kind of fallen into the no spoilers trap, which means they haven't really built on previous games. Yeah, like it's so frustrating because that's one of the things that made the trilogy so good, right? Is that Ace Attorney, like each case is its own case, but then each game has its own case within the case. And then Ace Attorney 3 feels like it summarizes the whole thing, right? It takes you back to the start. It's all interconnected. And that's what makes the Ace Attorney games good. Like, yes, they're fun puzzles, but they wouldn't have the broad appeal that they do if they didn't have those overarching plots. So it's really sad to see them lean away from that. Maya, this reminds me of Sherlock Holmes. Phoenix, who thought his name was Sherlock Holmes. Beloved. Ace Attorney 4, 5, 6 doesn't feel like a trilogy. No, not at all. They feel so disconnected. Especially because of the way that the character relationships don't seem to matter anymore. I don't know, I get cranky. It feels like it delegitimizes a lot of the character growth and character relationships from the trilogy. They definitely were gonna make an Apollo Justice sequel, but they didn't. Yeah, it feels like a game that just needs a sequel, you know? Like, can you imagine if you finished Daigyakuten Saiban 1 and then there just wasn't a second game? That's how Apollo Justice feels to me. Definitely not as tight. I don't know why people call it the second trilogy. Yeah. I think DGS 2 almost didn't happen. No, you can't do that. The drop at the end of DGS 1, the note, you can't give people that and then not make a sequel. That's crazy. I'm so glad this is the timeline we live in. DGS 1 had pretty bad sales in Japan? I see. I'm really glad they finally localized it. I hope they see that the series has so much value, actually. It's just so well crafted. It's really fun to play, it's got an excellent plot, it's got amazing characters. The way the characters actually, like, grieve, it's everything. I imagine DGS was their way of trying to return to long-form storytelling. I'm so curious about an Investigations 2 localization, if only because I want to know what Sebastian's name would be. Interesting. It's Sebastian de Best, right? the translation. Maisie, hi! It's going good. The characters are so good, the character relationships are so well done. They honestly are. Like, I don't know, I think about the way that Susato and Ryu talk about Asogi, the way that you sort of get a sense for how the like older generation of characters are linked by the way that they react to each other. And not at first, because Shawms is so tight-lipped and secretive, but as you get further in and the way that he talks to Gregson and Van Zeeks and Courtney Scythe, it's like, oh, there's history here. These characters didn't just like spring into being, they know each other. I miss him so much. Iris is so cute. She was such a good decision. I normally don't go for like the little girl daughter types, but Ace Attorney is really good at pulling it off. Trucy and Iris are both really good characters. The art direction in DGS is phenomenal, and sad it never got used as well in Ace Attorney 6. Yeah, the art and the soundtrack have been so gorgeous. Dad and daughter. Yeah, I'm much more about like the found family, which I mean, they are found families in Ace Attorney for sure. But typically I don't go in for like literal adoptive parents. And when I realized that that's what Ace Attorney 4 was going to be, when I started playing it and I realized that her name was Trucy Wright, I was like, oh man, this is great, but it's just not my thing. But then they did such a good job with it. Really likable dynamics. I love how they made her like a father. It's so good. I think, yeah, Iris is maybe a little bit more the responsible one. I like that that's his daughter, but also his roommate, but also his landlord, you know? It feels like they're really... He treats her with a lot of respect. He treats her like an equal, except for the moments where he really needs to protect her. Hydrate! Thank you, Sweaty. Let me drink some water. Pal was also good. Pal's so cute. She was a bit violent, but aren't they all? That's just one of those tropes that you have to get used to. Phoenix, Trucy, dad and daughter ever. Yeah! Oh, and Miles. Getting to be part of the Dadworth scene has been so exciting. I love seeing all of the gorgeous art that people created for that. Sherlock and Phoenix parallels. Let's talk about this. There are a couple. I think they both tend to come off a lot sillier than they are. I think you meet Phoenix, like as a, not as a player, but as a in-universe person. You meet Phoenix and you're like, oh, a lawyer, how sophisticated. And then you get to know him a bit better and you're like, never mind, I can't take this guy seriously. But then you have to. You do have to take him seriously eventually. They're both smart idiots. I think she's such a funny depiction of a little girl, especially since I work with kids now. That's just what my first graders are like sometimes. That's so cute. Oh, Ace Attorney characters, my beloved. Little Pearly. I miss her. I miss the feeling of going to the beginning of that third case. Sorry, of the final case of the third game, and just not having any idea what was going on, but being so immersed in it anyway. I know the anime is hit or miss, but I actually haven't watched it yet. I should get around to that. That sounds really fun. Maybe now that we have a Discord server, we can like watch it together. Or group stream nights. That'd be cute. I was sitting on the desk holding the picture, really good. Cute. Cute. He is just baby, Your Honor. Constantly with the follower bots. Thank you, Josh. I like that they added the Signal Samurai keychain stuff. Love that. The stage shows. Love it. I just love Ace Attorney so much, it's unreal. Narumitsu real. Honestly. Hug? Oh, that's my little ideas list then, maybe. There's just something about the rivalry of it all. And the way that they have to trust each other. Feelings. Fingers crossed that works. Ban the phrase so they never appear again. We can pray. It's probably okay to just ban followers as well. Be honest. I don't think that word would get used much in organic conversations. I wonder every day how Phoenix would react to his ancestor calling his best friend partner. Yeah! Banning all my followers. Everybody get out, it's just me here. The Naruhodos have a type? Yeah. Good for them, honestly. Only followers I'm a subscriber, I can stay. No, we're banning those too. By followers, by subscribers, no. None. Just me streaming to the void. Mess patch. I wish I could experience the unnecessary feelings line again for the first time. Things that make you feel insane. Who says that? You know? Like, I get what he was talking about. I get how you can read it heterosexually. But even so, even still. Oh. One of the lines ever. And it's still running through my head, dude. Getting your message about it, Josh, was like a highlight. Even if I got spoiled in the Yakuza inside, then I become so insane. What makes Ace Attorney the romance ever is truly the fact that it's not necessarily a romance. I don't know how else to explain myself there. No, I get you completely. Like, okay, I love Naramitsu, right? I think it's very fun. I think it's very juicy. I do not care about them being romantically involved. It's fun. That is not... It's the dynamic between them. It doesn't have to be romance. It is very fun to read it that way, but it absolutely doesn't have to be. It will always still be so fun. It's juicy. It's the way that they're so entwined in each other's lives. Maybe not even to an entirely healthy point, but then I believe they managed to like disentangle a little bit, you know? I love them. But yeah, eventually one day I'd like to draw a Naramitsu kiss, but the reason I haven't gotten around to it yet is because I think that that is, to me, not widely speaking, but to me specifically, is one of the parts of their relationship that I'm least interested in. They're friends first, something romance based on friendship is supreme, they know and support each other regardless of relationship status. Exactly! Exactly! That's precisely it. And it's the way that, like, yes, they're childhood friends, but also they're, like, they didn't really have a hand in shaping each other. They didn't, like, grow together. They were just left with the final person that each of them had become. The way they have to get to know each other again. Oh, I love how deeply platonic Naramitsu can be. Yeah! It's easy to look at them and be like, haha, gay lawyers. But, that's not all there is. Like, also in asoryuu, they're partners. You can read that romantically, but the most important part is that they're best friends and partners. They're devoted. Yes, exactly. It's like, yes, you can read it romantically, but it doesn't matter if they, like, kiss or not. What matters is how much they care about each other. The way that they teach each other to trust. Ugh. It gets me. It really gets me. I think I kind of want to leave this line jaggy. I think it adds texture, which is fun and neat. We'll see if I change my mind later. Getting emotional. I just love them so much. That's why Daigakuten is so good. It gave us, like, so much character interaction. It gives us so many characters who care about each other, often in these really complex ways. And it really is fond of fathers. I still don't know the whole story on Mikotoba, but I like that he sort of messed up, but he did what he had to do because he wasn't, like, in a position where he could be a good father, and then he's trying to make up for it. Like, oh, it's really juicy. All the culprits are nuanced too? Yeah! I would love to have some motives for some of them, please. Why is everything happening? We'll work it out. Eventually we will get to the bottom of everything. It's about the complete trust in another person. Exactly! It's about faith. Yeah, that's why the On Guard case ranks so highly for me. Just everything about playing through that makes me feel crazy. Too bad death penalty being a thing has too much finality on culprits. Yeah, I want to go to the prison and interrogate them, you know? Even the ones who didn't die though. We need to learn more about Miss Brett. And even Many Memo. Professor Mikatova, Dilf. Yes, you are still going to jail. Sorry, the only permitted variant of Dilf right now is all capitals still. Slowly we will manage to let every version of Dilf through the auto mod. I don't think we've much of the culprits in DGS. I don't think much of the culprits in DGS, at least as far as we've seen, haven't been executed. Even the ones who haven't been executed have, you know, died elsewise. I'm never not thinking about Miss Brett. It's just so hard to say how much is intentional. How much is planned and how much is coincidence. I would like to say more about some culprits, but want to wait until you finish DGS 2. Soon! We'll get there. We are getting there. I'm not sure how long case 4 is. I assume case 5 is going to be a doozy. I assume we'll be on that one for a while. As far as I'm aware, it's not as long as game 1 case 5 was though. I don't know if we do another 10-hour stream for it. It was kind of fun. Okay, remember how I said I watched the first cutscene of case 4? It turns out I did not finish it. Huh? How you feeling, Josh? You want to talk about it? You want to tell us about Ace Attorney 1 case 4? I would love to hear you. Ace Attorney 1 case 4, my beloved. I am so confused. Yeah, that tracks. That's probably the right emotion to be feeling right now. Oh, I'm so glad that I've gotten to drag you into Ace Attorney through this. Who knew the key to finally getting some of my friends to play the games would be to start streaming? You gotta shoot him out on Christmas. And why does it have to be him? Why indeed? Just you wait. This one is so fun. Quitting Ace Attorney. You'll be fine. I can't wait to see you play game 2, actually. I think this is going to be very, very deeply fun. It is a very painful Christmas gift. I can't believe you have a command for that. It was actually one of the first ones. I made like lurk and then I made exclamation point A. I thought about putting in one for updated autopsy report, but I couldn't think of like a sequencing funny enough as exclamation point A. Well, it feels too spoilery. Also, I find it hilarious that after Maya starts working for Phoenix, only now does she go back to Syriac medium stuff. Yeah. I love her so much. Oh, pets! Thank you! God, it makes me so happy every time. They're so cute! Little head pat! Thank you. Not as much of a viral meme like Christmas. Yeah, it's absolutely one of my favorite like Ace Attorney things. Oh, Mudkip! Cute. Hehehe. Peachkip! That's the name of my Animal Crossing island, actually. I miss Animal Crossing. Get back to that. I miss my villages. I miss Bo. I'm glad you like the Mudkip! I'm not fully happy with it. There's a couple of details I want to redo and change, but I think it's fun. Animal Crossing I haven't played in so long. Yeah, it's really a put it down for 6 months, play nothing else for 2 weeks kind of game. I'm slowly getting there. I've nearly completed my island. After years now of redoing it. I miss Animal Crossing until the paralysis of terraforming hits. Yeah! I haven't played it in a while either. Forgive me, Philbert. Philbert. I think my island's pretty cute, but it is most certainly incomplete. You walk through most of it and it's like, yeah, this makes sense. And then you get to the back corner and it's like, you have dumped 300 flowers here. Adam, when you finish GTS 2, do you want some fic recs because I have many? Yes, absolutely I do. I'm a big fic reader. I really like fic. I would love some recommendations. I was working on my island and had an idea for it, and then I screwed up and had to start from the beginning again, and I ran out of energy to fix it. Yeah, that's how the first like year or so of gameplay went for me, I think. Eventually I settled on where I am now, and I like it, but you know, I'm sure next time I load it up I'll be like, actually I think the farm would look better on this side of the island, so it's time to move every single home. It's just so nice and relaxing to play though. Working on your island can be rough. Especially because it's not... Look, I love Animal Crossing, just in terms of basic quality of life, not very good. Kind of a weirdly designed game. The way the interfacing for terraforming works, who on earth thought of that? It's just not good. Yeah, I expect more from a game that is so famous. But that won't stop me playing it. I still really enjoy it. Oh, bye Animuzane. Animuznani. Thank you for hanging out. Phoenix casually suggesting for Maya to pass away by being sprayed with a fire hose. God bless. I was really excited to see Susato and Ryu do their little reprisal of the stepladders debate. Their own version. Oh, that was so cute. Man, I miss Nick and Maya so much. The little running jokes. The way Maya teases him. I feel like so many of the fics I read are, like, understandably, set during Trucy era, which is Poggers, but it means that Maya always takes a backseat to Trucy. And I miss her. things that brighten my day. Seeing Mia and Nick just hanging out fan art. Yeah. How you going, Josh? What are you up to? How's it going? Okay, we are making progress, right? How did we look before? Yeah, we're getting that. Cleaner. I think I do want a slightly messy fill for this one, so when I'm done, we're going to take the sketch again, and we're going to set it to a really low opacity on like a nice brown color, and then put it on top. The texture. So I have not clicked next yet, but Phoenix just found out that from the TV that Miles did shooty thing. One of the cases ever. Oh, it's so good. It's such a good case. Love the way I do clothing folds. Thank you. They are fun. I use a lot of references. I have a lot of photos of myself in odd poses. The best purchase of my life is a crisp white cotton shirt for all of my suits faking needs. No, I don't think his jacket... See, I want to draw this as like a folded back cuff, but I don't think it actually is. I think it's just a design on the sleeve of his jacket. You know what? If I ever get a tailored suit, it'd be just to take photos of the folds. Exactly! I don't have it anymore because it didn't really fit me, so when I moved houses, I got rid of it. But I used to have a Reagan cosplay, and I would take so many photos in that suit. For reference. It did also work a bit, but it didn't quite fit me because I don't think Reagan's suit quite fits him. Oh look, maybe when I get a waistcoat so bad for real. Yeah, for the where is it? Let me bring it up. Did I put it in the right folder yet? No, I didn't. Must be... Yeah, for this one, I took like a sweater vest and pinned it back at the edges, and then tied a tiny little ribbon on my collar, and I was like, yeah, hello. Wait, if Miles is a suspect, does this mean we defend him? Welcome to Ace Attorney 1 Case 4! It's so impractical for the weather where I live, but he has the gender. Yeah! I love him. But yeah, my, like, actual fundamentals knowledge, truthfully, isn't very good. It's okay. I'm not trying to discredit myself here. I definitely know a little bit. But so much of what I do, I just find reference, and then I can understand it from looking at the exact visual instead of having to visualize it myself. And it helps me so much, and it makes drawing so much fun for me. Before I started doing that, I would find the sketching stage such a drag, because I would have to think so hard, and I was just really in the mood for it, so I rarely drew. But this really helps. Gumshoe. Yeah, I think this case should give you a lot of insight into why we keep talking about Van Ziek's Edgeworth parallels. Prosecutors are just like that. Oh my god, Van Ziek's. Oh my god, Van Ziek's. I can't think too hard about him, I'll go crazy. It's my secret cut and I'm always crazy. Maybe I should give in. You mean prosecutors break rules for personal gains? Yeah, sure, let's go with that. I'm excited to see what you think of... I never know if I want to call him Godot or Godot. I always read it as Godot, and then I heard people calling him Godot. Oh no. I know a lot of people very much dislike him, for completely valid reasons. But he is my little Scrunkly. He is my Blobber. He is my Sholmes before I had Sholmes. I just really enjoy arrogant characters. Whenever I see a little bastard who's cocky, I'm like, okay, well, I'm in love with you. How's it going, Josh? I'm sure we are not Harry Butt. Harry Butt. Always good to have a little mind blobber to rotate. Exactly. I feel so lost without a mind blobber. Does anyone have like a default blobber? Like when you're between content that you really care about? Is there someone that you go back to? Mine is Garrus Vicarian. If I am not actively thinking about one man in particular, I am thinking about Garrus Vicarian. The original play, his name is based on Godot, but in Japanese his name is Godot. Okay. Godot it is. And so it's been Sholmes. He's been my Tumblr profile picture for 6 years. Love that for you. Yeah, I think Sholmes may actually be my favorite character ever of all time. We'll see how I feel when I finish the games. But he sure does have everything. Good question, probably either Percy Jackson or Adriana Grast. I have some Adriana Grast feelings. I'm not at all up to date. I fell behind quite a while ago, but I used to have like a dedicated Ladybug blog. Adriana Grast is just so... You know? And once again, Shanoa meets my little, my arrogant. He ticks the box. Percy Jackson. I need to reread those books. I actually never read them. I would very much like to read them. But because they grow with you, right? It means that when you start the first couple of books as an adult, it feels very much like you're reading a children's book. So it's been a little bit hard to get into. Me neither. I only just finished season 2, but Adrian, I think about him. Love that. I mean, like, what am I trying to say? Each Miraculous Ladybug episode feels very much like the children's TV show it is, right? But, like, the character conceits, the way that they interact, the way that the environment is set up against them is so interesting. If no one got me, I know Herlock Sean's got me. Can I get an amen? Amen. I feel like there is a character I always go back to, but for whatever reason I can't think of it at the moment. It do be like that sometimes. I don't know. How the characters work in my brain is so incredible. Shame it's just in my brain. Yeah. Yeah, it's the way that Shanoa is like freedom to Adrian, but Ladybug is a cage to Marinette. And the way the love square works, and oh, it's so interesting. Wish it was not a children's show and they could actually talk more about it. Miraculous Ladybug's concepts are so fun. I love the idea but not the execution. Exactly. And like, to be fair, the execution is exactly as intended. It's not like they did a bad job. They just made a show that's not for us. I think I used to draw Marinette a ton because I loved her hair. My first ever digital fan art, or first ever digital art, full stop, was Marinette and Adrian. It's really bad. It was my first time using a tablet. One day I'm just gonna steal the ideas from Thomas Astruck and he's not gonna be able to do anything because I'll just say I'm inspired by magical girl shows. Love that. Love to see what you do with them. Yeah, there's definitely some really good Miraculous Ladybug fic out there. Unfortunately, life recently has made me forget a lot of simple joys. Yeah. It's been a lot, like, lately. I feel a weird little pang every time I'm talking about the Russians in Daigakuton Saiban. Like, don't think about it. Now is not the place to talk about that. It feels like very bad timing to be playing the game. Melissa, I wrote an Ola Adrian fic the other week that made me ill. Love that. I would love to read it if you have a link. I can give you permission to post it. I miss the old days of being obsessed with Miraculous Ladybug as an ad. Miraculous Ladybug improved my French a lot. I don't speak any other languages, I would never claim that, but you know the way anime fans know the very basics of Japanese. Thank you, Miraculous Ladybug, for helping me learn the very basics of French. No one wants to side with Miles? The Van Zieks parallels! Sorry, let me give you permission. I'm so sorry about that. No, don't be sorry. It is very fun watching you you do this, Josh. I wouldn't have it any other way. Double permission. Thank you. Let me open that so I have it for after stream. I just started watching ML to improve my French, and then I quit French but kept watching the show. Love that. Absolutely love that for you. Yeah, because I watched it, like, as it was coming out, you know, I wasn't waiting for the dubs. It was so cute hearing the little French voices. Ooh, 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 ooh. I love people having complex emotions about people from their childhoods. Yeah! We'll take this case, it's future Van Zieks. That's precisely right, Josh. Subscribers have link sharing rights? Yes, they do. The only reason that it's turned off for followers is because of the spam bots. I would love to have it on for followers. It is simply not safe. If there is a way to have it on for followers but off for non-followers, please let me know. That would probably be ideal. But I haven't spotted that setting yet, so I'm operating under the assumption that it doesn't exist. I love them so much. I love them. I like this hair flick or something. I feel when I'm an LDR with my childhood friend from an old chatbot in 2001. Love that for you, to be honest. Damn! Trying to say hi to Edgeworth now. Please like me, Miles. Good luck, Josh. Have fun. I'm so thrilled that you're playing the trilogy. This makes me so happy. What do you mean, have fun? I don't know. I don't mean anything. Why would you think I mean something by that? I just want you to have fun. It's Miles, you know him. You've given him unnecessary feelings, why wouldn't he be nice to you? My tone of voice scares me. I thought you said I wasn't scary. I really want to add, like, shape to Ryu's hair, but I don't understand it. The number of people I encountered at the convention on the weekend who were like, oh my god, I love Shom's, but I hate drawing his hair. I was like, huh? Because it feels really intuitive to me, but then I try and draw Ryu's and I'm like, this is just spikes. Learning to draw Phoenix was such a trip. I hate this man. Who gave you the right to look like this? I like that they look like big ears now. Remember how I changed my mind and said you were now fairy? I do remember that actually, yeah. All the Naruhodos have non-Euclidean hair. Honestly! I like that it's like spiky boy and floppy middle part grumpy. Love to see it. Let me actually look up his hair so I can work out where to add texture. Biyamaske Naruhodo. First fucking frame and he's mad at me. Like, what did I do? You've existed. Right. Unbelievable. How dare you come to visit me at my lowest point. The nerve of it. Trying to figure out Ryu's hair for the dead Ryu spray. It broke my brain. I don't think I've recovered. You are so brave. Holmes' hair is basically meant to give the image of a smoke puff from his pipe. I love that. He's just fluffy. His hair makes sense to me because it's like, it's a clear, he's got a part and then it just like fluffs out from the part, you know? Like, yeah, it goes a bit all over the place, but it all just fluffs out and it's like uneven and it's curly, so you can get away with doing basically whatever you want. Whereas Ryu is like, well, this bit goes up here, and then this bit goes out here, and then this bit goes out here, and then he's got like a slightly side-swept fringe, and then what the hell is going on in the middle here? He doesn't have like a central part to pull from because I guess his hair starts at the very like base of his neck. But then that's absurd. It's really cute. Sean has such a cute hairstyle. I love him. I love how fluffy he is. I just want to run my little fingers through his hair. He thinks Phoenix has come to laugh at him. Miles is he's got some trauma going on. Yeah, wild, wavy, and curly hair are easy since you can basically do whatever you want. Yeah, that's how I feel anyway. I know everyone has different, like, things that are intuitive to them. But for me, the Naruhodo hair goes against everything in my body. Maybe I just do what I normally do for Phoenix and I have, like, a little, like, Z shape. Oh, it's weird. Why is your, we'll just make it so dark that you can't even tell. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I guess that helps that I have wild, wavy, and curly hair, so it just feels natural to me. Yeah! When you draw straight hair, you have to be so precise. My hair refuses to be one style. Love that. Now, the sword on that side is... I look up asoryuu. her. I know it's the katana on that side. Sometimes I don't love it because it can look silly on days when I need to go out. That must be frustrating. Where's the reference? There it is. Okay, it just has like a wrap tilt. Easy. Miles! Miles! Miles. Oh, Miles. So actually she's done a lower. There you go. Don't worry about it. Fuck. This hill has little like cutouts, but I don't think I care enough to indicate them. This is actually a sleeve. This is where it's secured, so that needs to come. Those two lines, I do not understand. Give it time. Give it time. What's the most important thing as a defense attorney, Josh? What's your biggest tool? What's your strongest weapon? Best thing about Prosecutor Asoki is the Hachimaki no longer being around the caramel when he wears it. I'm not gonna think about it. Red headband, lead headband, dead headband. I wonder if they made that tongue twister up for English. Since I'm sure whatever the Hachimaki one was in Japanese wouldn't have worked in the translation. Trust in our client, believe in them. So what are you gonna do with Miles? Freak out. And you are doing it right. I've never thought about those implications. Pain. Everything these games does is so specifically designed to have the most effect possible. Lixion, welcome! Thank you for following. Lovely to have you with us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Belts are not my beloved. Belts are, in fact, my beloved. Calling Phoenix an amateur? We've won all 3 of those trials, Miles. Oh yeah, but he's got to be a bit catty and bitter about it, doesn't he? It is so, though, right? Like, if I'm an amateur, what are you? Remind me again who keeps winning? Still, to be fair, yes, Phoenix has a 100% perfect record. He also has only had 3 trials. He's simply built different. Hehehe. That is us. That's another case I wish I could go back and play for the first time. This time preferably with a motherboard. That one and the very final case of the trilogy. I would love to redo, but with theories. I remember feeling so incredibly lost playing through the very final case. I really like the way that one pans out. What a good way to say goodbye to the series. Progress! Oh, my back is sore. Time to stretch. Thank you for the hydrate, Ramen. Let me drink some water. I feel like this hand needs to be slightly bigger. I have to go, but have a good rest of stream. Can't wait to see this finish. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's been so fun getting to chat about stuff with you. Have a lovely night, I believe. And art streams feel so chill. I hope we can do more of these. We've been so focused on DGS lately just because I really want to play through it as fast as possible. I want to get to the bottom of things. But once we finish the games, hopefully we'll settle into a more steady pace. So instead of doing like 5 DGS streams a week, we'll do like, I don't know, an art stream or 2 and then a game stream. Something like that. I did want to ask you guys a couple of questions about what kind of content you generally like to watch. I think I'll put that in the Discord a little later on. You can just vote with emojis and stuff. Emojis? Every day of my goddamn life. Emotes. And I also want to work out better time zone accommodations. I feel like that's looking pretty good. I'm gonna go through and make the line weight a little more intentional in some places. We need to go and do still. At work now? Have fun at work! Enjoy your VRs. Bye bye. Thank you for stopping by, sweaty. I want to add lines that will help create a feeling of shadow and a feeling of depth and just different place. New job? Pretty poggers. Oh, and I have to draw this little like that. Circle. With a slightly squashed. There we go. What about it? Maybe you just see the edge of it looking up here, the underside. Also not quite yet. I suppose realistically, what you see here, like this. There we go. And it's I believe it's the exact same as Phoenix's later, which means that it's got sort of a sunflower shape to it. Little petals. That. Good enough. Lines are a little heavy actually, never mind, not good enough. Good enough. Oh, I love them so much. I don't think Ryu's eyebrows are quite that thick. Where's my Ryu reference on? Yeah, they're really short actually. That. BP. And then Asoki's actually are a lot thicker than I've drawn them. I might add that on the top side instead. Raised vibes. Look, probably a little too. Let's see. Go ahead and do this. Oh. Yeah. Love it. I'll make Ryu's hairline a little softer. You know that baby K kicking Edgeworth sprite for investigations? I'm editing that into Sholmes and Iris right now. Love to see it. The waxwork scene? Beloved. His biggest bully is a 10-year-old girl and we love to see it. She's so funny. She's so cute and clever and precocious and funny. I love how sulky Sholmes is. She kicks him and he's like, ow, that hurt and I'm upset about it, but whatever. You ignore him and he's like, I'm breaking everything. How dare you? Come back here. Wait a minute. Hold it. I'm not even normally a pixel artist, but editing investigation sprites are weirdly calming for me. Love that. Sholmes is like a cat. Yeah, so give me attention, but only when I want it. Don't you dare talk to me when I'm busy. You ignore him too long, he starts pushing flasks off the shelves. What an admirable trait in a man. I like that he's flawed in really fun ways, like being impatient and sulky and attention hungry and arrogant. But then he's also flawed in very serious ways. After all, great detectives are wont to lie. It makes him so interesting. I love that he's not just like a two-dimensional, haha, funny cardboard cutout jester character. Still thinking about that line. I'm thinking about how funny it would have been to have him in the DLC outfit for that. Sholmes, baby girl, you are so insane for real. Honestly, what? What? Bro, you can't just say that. Miss him. I want to see him again. I hope he comes to visit us during the court recess. Okay, we've got one more detail to add here, but I think it's probably for the best that we don't have it, because it's really the detail that gives this away. Spoilers. But as it stands, if someone clicks on this and they don't know, then they won't know. You know? I thought about putting like a spoilers warning in the title, and then I thought if people see that and then they see like the preview of the art, that in itself will be a spoiler. Give us anything, King, especially nothing. Give us whatever you have to give, King. Okay. I think that's enough for line art right now. And yeah, those definitely help give it a bit more depth. We name this 2 lines, create a little selection, invert it, add a new layer on gray, and we have our base. Thank you for the like, Grauman. Enjoy your food. Opening up Discord for a second to see a bunch of messages from Josh with screenshots of Miles. Glad to see he's having fun. Okay, where am I? Colors. I haven't colored these 2 before. Let me have a look through my old work. Southern red-haired photo lady with camera that only takes photos that are triggered by loud bang. I actually love her. What's her name again? I've forgotten it. It was something fun. What a heart. What a heart. No, don't be sorry. Literally the most delightful thing. Feel welcome to put them in like the main Ace Attorney channel of the server if you want to, because everyone else will be as delighted as I am. The joy is watching someone else experience it for the first time. Baby boy. Baby. Wait, what's Cosmo's canon skin color? This. DGS grows far more yellow with its skin tones than I'm going, so we'll make it that. We can make Rio a slightly paler version. There we go, I like that trying to look better. Let's see, I guess we should pick a color for the white. Her. Oops. Okay, save. Something like this. Probably a little pink. What's beige? Ah, turn the opacity up. That'll do for now. We might gradient map this at the end to really get the contrast in place. Since I think the contrast makes it really, really interesting. This is flat. This is flat. Also, it's very, very interesting to me that this is the first case where we have to present Phoenix's badge. Isn't it just? Beloved. Nice deep color for the golden hilt, because we can make that a lot warmer and yellower afterwards. And then more of an older yellowed grade color for the handle, like that. Yeah. Arianosuke's little buttons, yes, they're gold as well. Gold buttons, gold badge. I believe his armband is gold on the edges. Check that. Yeah, gold edges, white middle, red strip. Let's see. Need a Kazuma red. Something like this? A little deeper. Actually, no, maybe this pastel is better. And then these stripes here should be red as well, I believe. So, what do you mean you haven't been presenting Nick's badge? You do get lots of cute little flavor text if you present it. That's why occasionally I'd show off Ryu's little armband to random people. Sometimes they say things that cut your heart out. This probably shouldn't be a double line here, actually. It should just be one. And then these are gold. So diamonds are gold. Is that everything? I believe that is. Easy. Okay, let's start cleaning this up. Why is she here photographing meteor showers with a camera that only goes off if it hears a bang? Huh. Good question. Making Nick get bullied is my favorite pastime. It's just worth it for the off chance that someone will say something really meaningful. When we showed Van Zeke's reuse badge and he was like, you should keep things that are important to you close. Like, keep them to yourself. Do you see the way he clutched his prosecutor's badge when he said that? Also juicy. I do want to make you a little darker than that. That's probably good. And Zeeks, I have feelings for you. One of the characters ever. He's so nuanced. He's such a good opponent. He's so fun to go against. I've really been enjoying our latest prosecutor as well, though. I think he's really, really fun. He's very scary. He's scarier than Van Zeke's ever was. If you were to put the prosecutors on a scale, I'd put Kane at 1 and our latest prosecutor at a 10. He's so savage, for real. I think Van Zeke's gets like, I don't know, a 7. Miles also gets a 7. They're just not that, they're extremely competent. They're just not that scary. You really wouldn't expect him to be more than Van Zeke's? No, you wouldn't, and yet, he sure does come in strong. Yeah, if I think about all of the other Ace Attorney characters, full stop, not even prosecutors specifically, there is literally no one I would be more nervous about defending against than our buddy. Eric Van Zeke's is more foreboding and oppressive by legacy and atmosphere. Yeah, exactly. You know what? No, that's a lie. If I had to defend against Phoenix, that's probably the nightmare scenario, right? Extremely fun. I think it would be very fun. I would love to do that. But I can't think of anyone I'm more scared of. I think Phoenix would make a really good prosecutor. Obviously makes an excellent defense attorney. He would just be so scary as a prosecutor. Whereas our current rival is more of a rabid wolf hunting his prey. Yeah. He's just so competent, you know? It's hard to find something he hasn't already thought of because he seems to have thought of everything. And the way that he presents it is so persuasive. Ravenous, yeah. He is so determined, like single focused, you know? Scary. Abby, have fun. Fuck. Okay, I think this is gonna turn out well. We'll have to be clever with our shadows and liner to make sure that the blacks don't tangent too hard into each other. On the sleeve and on their hair. But I think with some room lighting, we can eliminate that pretty easily. Of course, once we're done with this, we'll go over it with a tone curves layer and get everything balanced the way that we want. This is gonna fuck with my head, presenting things to the people we get them from. New mechanic! Yeah. Yeah, there's suddenly a lot to keep track of with this one. Just you wait till the later stuff. God, I really want to play Case 4 again. It's so good. I feel like I should go chronologically and play Investigations and then replay the trilogy and then replay Ace 24. I really want to just play the trilogy. Do not tell me that with stress. I promise it's not that bad. In the future. I suppose I think things got a little fucky. Something I've actually really enjoyed about DGS is that the only real function aside from examining evidence is the pursuit function. Which doesn't function that differently to the Megatama or the later games situations, but I don't know. I like that there's not too much to think about. And the 3D in it works really, really well for turning over evidence and so on. I'm excited to put the texturing on the gold stuff. I have starters who really, really like rendering metals, even though I don't do it realistically in any way. It's just fun. Like that needs to be more desaturated. Yeah, like that. Easy. After I eventually finish the trilogy, I'll be lost because the rest of the games aren't easily accessible on PC, are they? Emulator time? I believe there's like mobile versions, but yeah, I certainly intend to just emulator time them. I have games 4 and 5 and the consoles on which to play them, but I can't stream from those. Where I will use my special fancy DS that my uncle from Nintendo gave me. Limited edition. Okay. New correction layer, tone curve. Switch us over so you can see what I'm doing. Leave it there for now while we lock it to the layer. one that connects to your PC for easy streamable content? That's exactly the one. Yeah, you can just plug it into the same capture card as the Switch one does. Courtroom tour. I kind of want to indicate a background on this one. But I don't want to do a full background. I wonder if we just like block in some color. In which case I should probably leave this pretty neutral so that we can tweak it further once we have the background colors in. In fact, let's do that now. Let me pull up one of my own VODs really quickly. Time for drawing an intricate background drawing of the Old Bailey? I think not. I think we'll probably do something like... What year did I draw Distraction? I've been here somewhere. Yeah! We'll probably do something like this, where it's sort of just colors and lines, but isn't particularly detailed. Let me find the... It's this one, was it? It was not this one? Lost on my own VODs. And it must have been... Sorry, I'm looking for reference of the Old Bailey from the cutscene in question. Must be this one. Ah, yes, there it is. Oh, they're so cute. Okay, so they should have... Make a new layer. And then we're just going to use canon colors for now, and then we will make them harmonious afterwards. Do something... This big, like, door? I actually kind of want to put that on Cosmo's side because it's dark. It's okay if we move them. We got this door. Got this archway around it. I don't like the way that's tangenting with the corner, but that's something we can fix pretty easily in a minute. And it looks like the rest would be this sort of color. Bit bright. Make that more desaturated. Yeah, like that. And then got these like, but they have these like gold lines running across about head level. Ugh, an awful color. Let's use this one. Like that. That. They've got some detail on them, and then you've got the flagpoles jutting out, which have use a much darker color for that. Have red banners on them. So, obviously this, as we've drawn it, isn't the vibe, but that's okay. We will tweak it until it is. First things first, I want to fix that tangent. That in. And then that one. be a second slightly high. It's very flat as is. How can I make this less flat? Lighting will help a lot once we get that in. Otherwise, detailing will also help. Lighting and detailing are going to take us a really long way. I wonder if I can just make it a lot paler though, so it's more of a suggestion. I don't want it to be an actual background per se, you know? I just want it to make you feel like you're looking at an actual background. I make a new layer and take this color, over the contrast. Actually, let's make that this color. That's a pretty good start. And then we won't leave it like this, but I want to blur it out for my sake. And then when we're refining it, we can unblur it. Yeah, something like that. So the main details are going to be this red, the white. It's red flag. Very talented. Backgrounds are not my passion, but it's okay. Should be able to just sort of indicate there's something there. Forgot that wasn't closed at the bottom. Here. No? Applied connected pixels only, that's the one. And area scaling, we also need to turn on. There we go, something like that. Give it like a... It'll be fine. But yeah, I also love how our current rival uses his martial arts discipline to anticipate his opponent's moves and quickly cut them off. Makes me wish there was a skill game just to be able to challenge him in an active battle of wits. Yeah! He is just so... I adore him. Larry Santa! Hehehehe. I don't like the fact that this is straight. Really. Yeah, if we tilt this whole thing, I think that's going to look better. Slightly. Different color. Alright, background's not my passion. We're definitely not going to put this in fully right now, but we will rough it in. I wanted to feel more atmospheric than this. We'll come back to it. We'll stick with a plain color. Okay. Now then, we may as well put some lighting in. I don't normally, but I think I want to start with the highlights this time. Let me reorganize my layers. This is a little absurd. So these ones are all background. And this is working. So then, we're putting in highlights. One thing I really want to do is rim lighting. A glow layer. And a little bit on your shoulders. Clothing folds on his collar. And probably not the top of the collar actually. The back. Probably get away with putting that entire side of his back into the light, but then the hand will cast a shadow like so. You got the light. Yeah. Good on him for doing his best to bounce back from his girlfriend being killed. Good for Larry. Oh, Larry. Niall's dad was a famous defense lawyer. Van Zieg's brother was the head of prosecution. These parallels write themselves, or rather the writers do. Uh-huh. It's honestly so fun. I really, really, really enjoy it. Yeah, so similar, but so different. This hand is a little janky. We might fix that up in a bit. Tsukumi does some good overarching plot threads. Rain turned off? What's up? I guess this entire bit of catching light. Defense lawyer! And there it is! And then you got the dialogue writers adding the spice and flavor. Unnecessary feelings, pride and joy, partner. What's up, Josh? Yeah. Mr. Edgeworth was a defense attorney. What's weird about that? What possible implications could that have for everything? Ivor! What changed? $1 million question. Have you, it's been so long since I played now. Have you met the prosecutor yet? Just as a matter of curiosity. Hi, Nautilus. No, okay, cool. Cool. Exciting. I was just thinking to myself who would be prosecuting. I'm excited. Considering Miles is presumably our client. This is so fun. The GS2 case 4, the name of the case? Karma, right? The twisted karma in his last vow. Her. Yeah, honestly, I've got no clue what's going on anymore. I started the DGS case, I feel confused. I finished the DGS case, I'm still confused. Well, that's what I've been thinking, right? The Kazuma Kama Karuma interactions. I really do think that Karuma is a person. I know that we found out that Keisogi definitely is not his father, because that is Genshin. But I do think that Karuma is perhaps a person. Hehe, lake monster! Once you eliminate the impossible, what remains must be the truth. G and K are interchangeable in Japanese? I mean, it was indicated with a Roman character, right? The Morse code. This suspiciously looks like a cowed gloved hand. Oh, oops, I missed a bit. There we go. We don't need that backwards. Just wanna... Yeah. Oh, the gold looks so good with this on. Let me pick a nicer brush for that. Use dry gouache. A bit too bitsy. Just normal gouache. That gives it a nice tarnished sheen that we can come back to later with more distinct colors. That's why I was so excited for Genshin's name reveal. The implication of the last vow is ever so juicy no matter how you think of it. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to think too hard, to be honest. I feel like... we just need to learn more about Aishin. I need to know more about their involvement in the case before I can draw any solid conclusions, but I'm worried that I won't get that information until all of the conclusions are evident. Might make sense. But be on the top or the bottom? Because it should be the top, actually. Realistically, I don't think you'd get lightcast here, but it's important to help differentiate the forms. That's pretty good, I think. We set this red. We do keep it on glow. Let's make it a nice warm yellow light, like it's the candles in the Old Bailey. There we go. Yeah, keep that nice and bright. Maybe even Fresh. Okay, let's go where it is. One. Golden. The curiosity is gnawing on me. This game setup is so good. It's honestly so interesting. Tomorrow night we'll play more. I can't wait. I feel like Ishin's localized name made some things more confusing than it should have been. Yeah, absolutely. I'm a little, I don't want to say frustrated. That's too strong of a word. I'm slightly less than frustrated, but in the same vein of emotion. That I wasn't able to work out who Aishin was. And I feel like it was largely because I just did not have the information. Like, there was no reason to think that it would be her. Lemon soft! I love them. I love them so much, it's unreal. I'm vibing with it on the skin tones. I feel like it needs to be. I don't know if it's the mixing. Might be a. Oh my god, no, not that. I've gotta add like not orange enough anymore. Okay, I suppose we'll keep it on glow. And Sasha is very much an English name, but Asa Shin is too Japanese. Yeah. Oh well. Cannot be perfect. I want to fix his hand a little bit. I don't like how blocky and sharp these knuckles are. More cut like that. It's not perfect either, but I think it's better. You can come back to it and make it perfect later. We've still got some work to do on that hand, so come together. Okay. Highlights. Let's start roughing in some shadows as well. Let me take this color. Deeper shadows are going to be between them. That's why absolutely no light can. Thanks. So. That's gonna form that sort of shape with his. Get some visual interest, vlog. And sort of softer elsewhere. Trying a different method for shading this. I want to adopt a more painterly style. Good way to go about it, I think. No less. I like that. There we go. Oh, I just keep thinking about this scene. I cannot stop thinking about this scene. He must have been so relieved. And we have no idea what Asogi's been through. Color for you. Let's go for sort of a blue tone. I feel like that might help balance the really warm lights. Well, no. How do we go about shading on his face when the light source is directly behind? I think maybe we can all pulled in his eye socket. It'll be like here. The shadow's face should actually be in shadow because it's buried in a soggy shoulder. If we want, we can even. No, but I don't think. The L6 incident making a mention. Interesting. Isn't it just? The L6, my beloved. God, I want to replay DL6. This little... Ah! Don't do that. Feel a little too much. A little too raccoony. Bring them back down to there. Include his eyes in them. And of course he'd have some shadows from his hair. I believe this side of his face should just be like in shadow. So I don't want to go too strongly with it. Put his face in shadow. I don't want to have to shade his whole face, even though it's away from the light. I might do one of my favorite little tricks, which is just getting a warm brown tone and setting it to multiply. Ah, I'm not looking at that. Yeah, I think that helps visualize things as I go. Miles' dad was the victim of DL6. Revenge plot? Please keep live reacting to this. This is the most thrilling thing. These reacts are giving me life. Legitimately, they're so fun. I'm so glad you're experiencing this. Back to see Edgy again, Pog. Mayhaps he will. Mayhaps he won't. He's a very stubborn person. Especially since I'm usually too head empty and invested to take time to react. This case made me go bonkers. This is the case that made me be like, oh, Ace Attorney is the game. Everything about it is just so. Darker still for the gold? About something like this. There we go. Once again, the skin tones look out of place. Are you too pink now? A little towards yellow. Ah, not with area scaling on my part though. Not that far towards yellow. Stuff like chapter names tend to fly by my head. Yeah, I'll admit that I'm prone to forgetting about those too. I show him the photo I get from Grossberg and he goes from to I love him so much. Roseberg. Ain't that a name? Crayon, or I think we airbrushed this one. Love it. And something I like to do is take the skin tone and add it into the hair. I think it helps everything glow a little bit more. Misa thinks this one, he's impressed with Phoenix. Misa thinks this will not last long. Typical. Okay. Still a lot of rendering to do, but that's pretty good. Decent start. I'd like to put more shadows in Ryu's hair. I wonder where we can put those. Soften the glow up a little bit. They are just some of the boys ever. This is my shadow slayer that I have not named. I'm just realizing I should be looking at Discord through for React. Og. The absolute joy I feel. That's how people feel watching me play Dagakuten. Deranged. Josh, when are you gonna murder blood? I would actually love to see a DL6 theory craft. My murderboard happens in my head because weirdly enough, if I were to write it down, I'd lose track. That's so interesting. It's definitely easy to get caught on a tangent. I won't deny that. He watched his father die. Just wait! Just wait, Josh. Woo, 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 woo. The revenge plot, it does indeed thicken. How else can I roughen his little hair shadow? Make a selection. I want to get the like specs shapes in. The shadows would come like that. You can just back them. I think that'll work if I do it like properly. That's my well. Yeah, let's see how that goes. Or if instead I should just bring the highlights down. Highlights create the sparks. That might work better. Sparks? Spikes. Spark spikes. The statute of limitations on this case runs out in 3 days, 15 years ago on the 18th. How convenient. 3-day trials. How convenient indeed. This. That should help a bit. Ramen, welcome back. Thank you, I'm glad you think so. I'm not. The shadows aren't quite the vibe. The highlights on the face are not quite the vibe either, but that's okay. We're getting there slowly. We won't finish this today, but we will finish it pretty soon. I definitely want to work on simplifying shadows a lot more. I think there's currently too much going on. Oh my god, his hands? His hands need shadows. Only in here should be shadowed. A darker shadow just there. I guess the undersides here and here would be shadowed as well. That on the thumb? I feel like I always create more work for myself by roughing the shadows in before I actually like paint them, but I hate painting without a like basis to work off of. So we always end up here instead. Watching Josh's little messages pop up in the Discord. My beloved. Okay. Let's see. What else can we add on here? Sometimes your process just gotta be a little overcomplicated before you figure out your own shortcuts. Yeah, exactly. I've definitely been trying to explore a slightly more rendered style than what I normally use. And it does make things a little harder developing a new style, but that's okay. Yeah, it's due to defend him! Hogging. Edgeworth, my beloved. How can I improve on that? I want to add more definition around these chest and the clothing folds, which means I should go. I've seen a lot of shortcuts, but when I think about using them, they don't really work. Yeah, I've definitely found that it has to be something that you develop organically. This bit actually made me so upset. The way you just have to... Oh, you'll see. I I have to sleep soon, but this has been nice. Enjoy your sleep, Maisie. Thank you so much for hanging out. And to us chat about Ace Attorney. Like, I've seen using hair as a stamp instead of redrawing it every time, but I couldn't do that. I honestly find stamps definitely work with some people's styles, and I don't want to delegitimize people using them. Just, like, you know, take whatever shortcuts help. But I do think that in the long run, using stamps for anything, I see them used for fingers, like on TikTok and stuff. I think it just cripples you. You're not ever going to have as much variation. It's not ever going to look anywhere near as good as if you just drew it. Some people might be able to make it work for them. I'm sure that there are ways to pull it off, but for the vast majority of people, while stamps may be a quick shortcut, in terms of your actual progress as an artist, you are going to end up way worse. Mostly good for comic at least? Yeah, absolutely. I saw one person say that they make their comic by, they drew like 8 heads and then they just like paste those heads and tweak the expressions a little bit, which I think is so valid. But yeah. I don't know, I've fallen down a lot of like shortcut rabbit holes in the past and the answer has always been to do it the hard way. Yeah! The way you just like leave him? Yeah, that's what pisses me off as well. That's why I've been saying that DGS is, I'm really impressed with the way DGS lets you actually mourn, because when things like this happen in an Ace Attorney, it's like, okay, let's just leave him. Bitch, what? No! It makes me really mad. Makes me really, really, really mad. Anyway, I don't care about canon. It's my headcanon that Phoenix like stayed and sat with him for ages. And you cannot convince me otherwise. And he curls up into a fucking ball and Maya goes, haha, let's leave, lol. Yeah. Legitimately, it makes me so mad. What the hell? You can't just leave him like that. Miles, anyway, here's my sad backstory. Nick and Maya are cool. Anyway, Gordy! Yeah. Fully deranged. It is Gordy. Oh, Miles. Is it, is there a canon floor that Miles' office is on, or is it just Fanon? I can't remember. Poor everyone in that series, they all need help. Yeah. Every single one of them. As in the floor of the building? Yes. Canon, 12th floor. Thank you. I just want you to remember that, Josh. Don't like, don't worry about it. Just remember that. For a little bit of extra flavor later on. It's not like plot important at all. I just think it's a lot. I don't remember the implications of that. How can I say this without spoiling it for Josh? How can I say this without spoiling it for Josh? I'm gonna have to send it by whisper audio. I'm trying to think of a way to like encode it. I think I'll mute stream and yell at you to come back. Okay. Think about how, so his office is on the 12th floor, right? He has to climb 12 flights of stairs every day. Up and down and up and down, on top of his insanely long hours. Which I just think is fun and deranged. Like, you just know that he's not getting up there easily. Welcome back, Josh. I think this is starting to take shape. I don't think this looks terrible. I wanna like turn these down. These are driving me a bit bonkers. Why are you so yellow on the face? Otherwise, starting to take shape, dude. It looks incredible. Thank you. And I was staring at the roughed in shadows. I was like, what the hell? Am I a fake artist? Can I even draw? Turns out when you actually start putting the work in, things look better. Thank you guys. Ah. I just want to do them justice. I think I'm gonna simplify to one shadow color for each color for now, and we'll go through and add darker colors later. Like I said, still working out the best process. We'll get there. I feel like this should actually come way over here. I absolutely adore Gumshoe being like, please, you gotta defend him, pal, he's innocent. Gumshoe and Edward's relationship is so important to me. They're really, I don't know, the way that they're so antagonistic, but also like respectful, but I love them. Sure. I miss him. What a good character. What a beloved character. I think I should actually... Oh, wrong color. There we go. Drawing instead of erasing. I suppose this makes more sense. It does sort of draw the eye on the views, but which is not the vibe. We do shade it over. Well, it just doesn't make sense. We could shade it from there. And just light? No, no matter what, that's catching the light. But we can probably add some more shading on his lower back, which I think will look really good. You all the way through? Maybe if we're from here. Phoenix seems to think the curl up was an overreaction. Smad. Smad! They did Phoenix so dirty with that sequence, to be honest. This is not the boy I know and love. But he can be quite dense sometimes, especially when it comes to Miles, so I suppose it does make sense. Not my Phoenix. He's still young. Yeah, he's just a baby. He's had a lot dropped on him today. He's not thinking straight. He's just about sick with worry over Miles for everything else. He can't handle worrying about his reaction to an earthquake as well. I wonder if it has anything to do with the gunshot loud sounds from when his father died? Trauma response? PTSD? These shadows make. Where's this shadow like that? Her. Do this. Good enough for me. Okay. Manfred von Karma hasn't lost a case in 40 years. Mr. von Karma. Oh, Mr. von Karma. I'm really not vibing with the skin tones. Hate these. I need to fix it. What is my problem with the skin tones? If I can work that out, then I can solve it. Something about them just feels really out of place. What if I try? I'll try a color more like this. Way too pink, okay. Maybe it's the shadow color on them, actually. Thought I'd try going for some blue tone shadows, but I don't think it's working for me. Let's do something like this instead. Probably. Well. Meant to naming your child Manfred, like damn, you really do be a man and Fred. Ah. Okay, I do think that helped. I blushed back on. And do you mean peace in German? I did not know that. So they named Manfred von Kammer Peace. And then they named Klavier Klavier. And he's a guitarist. Okay. Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me multiplied by a factor of 10. Oh, so he thinks of himself as vicious? The demon prosecutor. There's your other parallel, of course, between Edgeworth and the Reaper. The Reaper of the Bailey and the demon prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth. He will stop at nothing to get a guilty verdict. Man of peace apparently is what it means. Interesting. Very interesting. Does Baroque have meaning? I want to make Ryu's little part thicker. Not part, sideburn. I like how far back it grows on his face. Yeah, cute, okay. Shu Takumi has stated that there is an origin behind Baroque's name, however he considers it too embarrassing to talk about. That's so interesting. What are you hiding from us, Takumi? If I can get away with making these a softer black. Not quite so dark as they are. Oh, that's kind of juicy. Really warm. I actually really like that with the current shadow tone. Not on Kazuma though. I want to keep him blue toned. Let's just be rough about this, it doesn't matter. The rendering. Yeah, I think I really like that. What color actually is that without the shadows? Really warm. Interesting. Ooh. Trial time! Pog. Cannot wait to see what you think of this trial. Then I can get away with a lighter liner color. Pogging. It looks great! Plus! Apparently Baroque means blessed or fortunate. Interesting. Had a bit of a cursed life. I love him. Von Karma looks so evil. I mean, a bit, right? I miss Baroque already. Oh, we should get to see him at the start of the next stream, I hope. Because we were recessing for half an hour, I believe. So I am praying that we will see Baroque, and we will see Mikatoba, and we will see Shoms. Please show me Shoms. Shoms, Shoms, Shoms. Please show me Shoms. Is Shoms gonna be there? Please tell me Shoms is gonna be there. I'm equally excited about seeing all of the characters, of course. I don't have a favorite. So what would give you that impression in the first place, to be honest? Calling the judge a fool. I was about to ask. God, I want to play more. this part of his arm should be in shadow too. Select the whites. Go ahead and nice big brush. Plot that in. Remove it from where the light hitting. I don't like this guy. Like Edgeworth was like, oh, he's cool but a pain in the ass, but I do not like this guy. Yeah. I'm not a Von Karma enjoyer either. He has some simps out there, if you would believe it. I am not one of them. His outfit is nice, yeah! Yeah, let me pull up Von Karma. Let's have a look at him. It's been a while. I've had occasion to look at him. He does? Yeah. Ali Tired Cat Mum on Twitter. I believe mostly as a joke, but was talking seriously about producing body pillows of him. And had some people who were very enthusiastic. God, musty ass bastard. I hate this man. He looks much better in the sprites, actually. Cheeky, you are wrong, he is not. Well, no. Crusty. I think the red strip on Kazuma's outfit is bigger and also would look better if it was bigger. Just fully remove the line work for that, and then we can just paint it on. I like the HD versions of these characters, but maybe the sprites would look nicer. Yeah. I think they did a really, really good job with the remaster. It looks really solid. And it's so true to the original sprites. Something like this, I think. Boots. If I'm smarter about this, I can do a better job of indicating his shapes. In fact, I can probably accentuate them a lot. Something like this. Yeah. That's cool. Love it. In all fairness, the original sprites were on the Game Boy Advance, but yeah, the DS sprites are good. I have no qualms about the HD sprites. I honestly, they're so true to the original that it makes me wonder if they, like, drew them like that to begin with and then put them into pixels, but I can't see why anyone's workflow would look like that. That doesn't make sense. They just look really convincing. They're really good. Oh, I think I'm missing some details on his, little bit here. Little lines and just sort of color for a second. Now, move this down. And fit in some more decoration. Even if it's just that much, it doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs a little more detail. Your only job here is to slam your gavel and say guilty. I hate this, man. Yeah. Yeah. Bastard, man. I'm racking my brain trying to think of all the prosecutors. I feel like I'm missing one. Payne, Edgeworth, Von Kalmer, Franziska, Goddard, the other Payne. I feel like I'm missing someone really important. I think they redrew them. The HD sprites from the iOS version, bad, and the PC remaster, good, are vastly different in quality. Also, some of the shading is different from DS to PC. Noted. Really noted. From what I've seen of Capcom's behind the scenes work, they do draw them traditionally and sometimes even paint them before digitizing them in some manner. Not sure if they digitize directly or from scratch, but they always do it traditionally first. Interesting. They are so good at what they do. Objection. Ah. Demon voice. Yeah.jpg. Like, I want to make the highlights look more deliberate as well. I wonder if I make them a lot thicker and maybe simplify some of the shapes. Personal, so I can sample the color. There it was. Huh? That's why it's looking different. There we go. I highlight his. Probably do this with the shadows on. So. And it gets really thin there, so you don't really see it. Once you get down to his lower back, you see way more of it. And we can't fit out the hand. So. And just make these nice and deliberate. Don't have to worry about anything. Okay. Probably not on the underside, actually. Definitely on the thumb though. And on the finger as well, we can put the highlight. And then we can probably also sharp lines. And being decisive. Come up in clothing folds here. Something about Kazuma's hair feels a little off. Sort of. Actually, I wonder if I make these pure white, if that'll be easier for me to see what I'm doing. If I put something like this. Yeah, that definitely makes it easier to see what it's doing. Give me 1 second. My little dog is cranky. We don't have a doggy door, so he needs me to get up and let him out manually every couple of hours. Way easier to see what I'm doing, Pog. Puppy. I love you. So what? How you doing? What's he saying? Redhead lady says she had 2 shots from the gun. But court evidence says gun fired 3 shots. 2 of them. 2 of them! But only 1 bullet! 2 gunshots, 1 gun, 3 bullet, 1 bullet. 2 gunshot, 3 gunfire, 1 bullet. Is one of the bullet lodged in a pouch that exploded some chemicals? I miss Sholmes. Man, that was so stressful. That whole cutscene, I was so nervous. I really thought. And when the doctor was talking about a scalpel, bro! You can't be saying shit like that. Maybe this doesn't get it. This. The way this man demands recesses? Yeah. Bastard man, bastard man, bastard man. I just like him very much. Aren't we all? Makes me so cranky. Generational wealth. Unbelievable. Throw the whole man out. I'm just not happy with Vianosuke's hair. Why do you look like this, bro? Have you considered not? Brush your hair. But then you wouldn't be a Naruhodo, really, would you? Have the Naruhodo hairline considered being normal? No. Phoenix's stupid hairline. Like, it's obvious that his part is dumb, right? Like, you see his hair, the way it like flicks back, you're like, this is absurd. His hairline is also absurd. It's like, where am I? It goes like this. But not a lot, just a little bit. And then he gets his stupid little monkey bits. It like cuts down and then like out and then back down. Men who make my life difficult. You go, Noggin. Yes, Jack and Harry are so silly. And I love him. Wakabagami, hi! I joined the stream and immediately went AFK to go grab food, but I saw the drawing across my apartment and it looks gorgeous so far! Thank you so much! Enjoy your food. I hope you have fun grabbing it. Thank you. Ah, I love that. I haven't moved an inch. I'm just sitting here. And I've got my phone next to me, and my Bluetooth headphones are connected to my computer, and they're connected to my phone. And then they're like, lost connection. We disconnected from your phone. Never mind, we're reconnected. We lost connection. We disconnected from your, but never mind, we're reconnected. Bro, I didn't even Twitch. Twitch. I guess we did Twitch a little. Oh, to be a Naruhodo and be held by an asoryuu. Okay, all the way down here. I don't think you would see highlights on this face. So. But otherwise, there we go. I think that's a lot better. I think our decision to make bolder shapes is the correct decision. A little bit on that. There we go. There as well. There we go. Okay. Now then. We'll set all of these. And then put these back to being that nice warm yellow tone. Blue. Leave out there. Maybe a little less saturated actually. Yeah, I like that. It's less warm than we had it before, but I think for now that's balanced. We can always add that warmth back in later. Okay, back to the shadows. Ali! And then him with a terrible comment, but one I must make. Nervous. One you have come to this stream to make. More nervous. How you doing, by the way? Are you good? Are you talking? She says that and then she doesn't say the comment. She just wants to leave us all in terror and suspense. I see through your ploy. Your body 32-year-old scared of cabin bloom. Cabin bloom is baby. Toddler. Infant. Sorry. I will refrain from sharing your personal information. Not for internet safety reasons, just for fun. Magnet, sung by Hatsune Miku and Megarine Luka, had such a full of energy. It was the beginning of gay rights. Love that. Gay rights, Pog. Gay rats. Oh, look, I'm having a stroke. Why are you the way that you are right now? Okay, there we go. It's based, not cast. Okay, right. Let's do posture check. Back straight. Plug. Hydrate. Okay. What am I looking for here? This tool. Ah, not like that though. Like this. Hmm. Alright, I'm back now. How's everyone doing tonight? Plugging! I'm happy. I hope everyone else is also happy. I just figured I was older than them just by the vibes, but I'm scared of the bawdiness. Yeah. Bravery. What's a blue? Do I have any blues on here? That's like a purple. Do it like this. Alien amalgamation of chaos. I know this to be true. Hey, right. The wrong way. Okay. Gay rights and trans rights, etc., etc. Sometimes I get so frustrated with the process because I want to be doing a different part of the part that I'm doing now. I'm really craving the bounce light. I want to put it in, but it's not time yet. I have to do the shadows first, otherwise I'll be wasting my own time. Is there a highlight here? I don't think a highlight belongs here. Nor do I think that that is the right color for that shadow. Make it more like that. Me just doing things in my own order despite it being a terrible order. I have certainly lived like that in the past. But now there's so much that I want to draw. I'm concerned with efficiency. If I'm not efficient, I'll never draw anything. My attention refuses to focus properly. Yeah, that's an issue I have with drawing too. I like to take pretty frequent breaks, to be honest. Maya, my beloved, losing her shit over Lena's testimony being bullshit. I love her so much. Get her ass, Maya. It's Ruby like that. My class is that the person I've met with that name in the past was a Maya, not a Maya. So whenever I have to say it, I'm like, it is always the wrong word that wants to come out of my mouth. I have to manually correct myself. Mia and Maya, not Mia and Maya. At the convention, someone asked for my Mayoi charm, and that made me really happy. I was like, yeah, beloved. No one ever calls Phoenix Ryuichi. I was about to say just call her Mayoi. It's a really cute name. It's just, I know her as Maya, you know? Kazuma. Beloved bastard. I know I feel that. I really, really, really want to just call her Sherlock. But that is not the person I know, unfortunately. I want to put bounce light in already. I can add a little bit as a treat. Let's do a selection for this one. Yes, indeed. I'm so glad he's called Herlock now because I can finally search him up properly on Tumblr and Twitter. This is true. No more BBC Arthur Conan Doyle oversaturation. I just like having the knowledge of the original since I've always preferred knowing more about other cultures. And it's also because it wasn't originally written for English, some depth is lost, right? I mean, I think that the localization teams do an excellent job. Yeah, it's really very good. But when you read about how, I find Apollo in particular comes off differently to himself in the Japanese and English versions. I don't know. It's cool learning more about the originals. I've lost 2 strikes because Von Karma is forcing me to find contradictions instead of going over the dialogue until it clicks in my head. No. Ah, scary. Back in my day, we had to tag him as DGS Sherlock Holmes, and you know who shows up. I agree, the localization has been excellent and important, but certain things are upsetting in terms of differences. Yeah. Things that wouldn't have been an issue if they'd just been written for English from the start, but of course they weren't, and that's okay. I think we're just really lucky to get to experience these games at all. Because Investigations is just the fan localization still, right? They haven't officially done that. English Kingdom's Hearts had Japanese voices? Is it not? Is that Western? I don't know much about Kingdom Hearts. Because so much of that series is so much better in Japan. I see. It's only English. Oops, I never placed it. Yeah. I really like how the highlights look on the clothes, but not on the skin tone. What I can do about this? Over here. You make darker color, and then look, and they get yellower. Change much. Kind of frustrating, but that's okay. Much to think about. I forgot I was halfway through doing this sleeve when I got distracted. Let's finish that up. The overall overarching lore of Kingdom Hearts doesn't interest me nearly as much as the relationships the characters have, and so much of it in English is basic and flavorless and that must be so frustrating. Ali! Welcome back. Axel. One day I'll play Kingdom. Well, maybe not. I actually think it's unlikely. I probably will not play Kingdom Hearts. I think I'd like it. It is so much to get into, you know? Yeah, it's a lot, especially because of the important side games and the mobile games. Not worth it. It seems like it would have been very fun to experience from the start. I'm never sure how best to do tiers. Oh, too purple. The nice desaturate. Yeah. Quite the vibe. Not at all the vibe, in fact. I don't think I have any interest in caring about it anymore. Oh. I do be like that sometimes. Man, to be honest, I really miss Homestuck. Even after it ended, I was keeping up with Homestuck too. I don't think it's good or that anyone should read it, but it sure was a time in my life. Am I needlessly overcomplicating things by adding a darker color? Perhaps. Will that stop me? No. I do need to make the base color a little lighter though, because it's getting hard to read everything. Ah, never mind. Homestuck was a time. You can't clearly see who's in the photo because of the fog. That's why I told her not to say it in her testimony. What time is it? 5:21. Fog. Ah, too dark. That's better. Yeah, Von Karma is definitely... God. I feel like after prosecuting, or rather defending against Miles, being thrown into that situation where you suddenly have to defend against Von Karma is so... Wait a minute, this guy sucks. An asshat! For real. Von Karma is an asshat. Yeah. Yeah. Hated. Loathed. I don't feel like this adds anything. Maybe if I just do it like this. But then it adds distance, it makes it look like they're further apart. I want them to be like pressed against each other. We just add it in the folds then. Edgeworth makes it clear that it's his mentor and caretaker too. No thoughts, only shadows. Just like him. I think so much about all of Miles' little complexes. About why he thinks that he's so vicious. Von Karma and Kristoff, truly two of the mentors ever. Ali, have a nice day. Thank you for dropping by. Enjoy your knowledge that Magnet by Miku and Luca was Gale this time. Yes, sir. Anything for you. Not vibing with this. I liked it before. Let's just leave it the way it was. We can add more detail later if we feel like it. You beloved. Is the blush? Was that? And change the shadows color to something. Oh, not that dark. Something a little more fitting. I think we will call it here soon so I can do some other stuff. We've made really good progress. We went from a sketch to fully colored with some shadows and some highlight. We're really close to being able to actually render it. That is so progress. Truly, Vocaloid has been a tool for sapphic propaganda. Good for them. We love to see it. Thank you, Brady. Had fun hanging out, but I am glad. I kind of like that actually. I like the tonal variation. I want to get better at tonal variation. Being able to just put colors in and have them make sense. The dream. You know when you see art and it's got like all of these blues and pinks and purples and greens in it? And, oh, I want to be able to do that. For now, we will settle for being able to do this. Let me have a look and see who else is streaming. Oh my gosh, close all of my reference tabs. That's way too many. Oh, but not the fic tab. Not the link to the fic I was sent. Okay, close everything else. There we go. Let's go to Twitch. Rufu's streaming. Rufu's pretty cool. He's doing, like, sorry, what am I trying to say? 2D VTuber rigging, which I think is so cool. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out. We did make really good progress today. Pog, I'll keep working on this tonight, and hopefully it'll be done soon. Okay. Thank you guys for chilling. Bye!